Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. What's up? What's up? What's up, family? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope you're doing well. Come on, big energy. Big energy. As in, drop some fire emojis. Come on. If you're happy and you know it, clap your emoji hands. Yes. Drop some fire emojis in the chat. If you're happy and you know it, clap your emoji hands. It's yours truly, Dr. Eddie, and you are in the mix at not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but at 6. And we do this each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday. And you know I'm here. Your main man, 100 grand, your brother from another is here to give you your in the mix fix. Family, as you're watching me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, on the digital airwaves of even YouTube, let me know where you're watching from. Yeah, drop your city in the chat. Come on, put on for your city. I want to see where you're watching from. So let me know what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, as you're tuning in, you know that your timeline could be someone's lifeline. So I need you to make sure that you share. Come on, you're here because you care. So I need you to share. Timeline could be someone's lifeline. Empower somebody. Let them know that we are here live and in color on the show. So make sure that you let somebody know what's up. Also, listen, as a result of it, make sure that you hit the like, comment, share, subscribe button on the YouTube side. Yeah. Make sure that you do that. You know my goal is to help you reach yours. My assignment is to put you in alignment with your purpose. My job is to empower you to identify your identity. And as a result of it, I want you to make sure that you become a member of the Eagles Academy. Yeah. Become a member of the Eagles Academy. It's where I teach, it's where I coach, it's where I train, it's where I mentor. It's where I empower you, yes, to identify that identity that I just spoke about. Empower you to walk into your purpose. Also give you strategy, structure, and solutions to take your vision to another dimension. You got a lot of information. What we need now is implementation. Implementation changes situations. When you change a situation, it moves you into a place of transformation. So go right now. Yes, the EaglesAcademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. Take a photo of your screen. As I've been saying as of late, take a photo of your screen. What's up? Yeah. Post it on your social media. I'll be glad to repost it. Tag me on it. I'll be glad to repost it. And we'll make it do what it do. Let's go tonight. If you're ready, just type let's go, let's grow. Let's jump right on in. You know, we've been in a serious series, and it got real serious yesterday. Been in a serious series called Is Your House a Home? Yeah, been one of them ones. Been one of them ones. If you haven't checked out the Is Your House a Home series, tonight is part 5. You got some catching up to do. Check out parts 1 through 4. Even if you've seen it, don't you think it's worth a replay? I agree all day. Yeah, giving you vital information, giving you vital content, and not just content, giving you wisdom. Yeah, that's what it's about. Giving you serious wisdom is what it's all about. And so I would that you go back, check it out, would that you share with somebody, let them know what's up. That's what we do. That's what we do. We want to grow. We want to grow. And especially before we ever grow externally, we got to grow internally. The state of our home, state of our head, the state of our heart, the state of our hands. As the home goes, so goes the community. As the home goes, so goes the church. As the home goes, so goes the organization. As the home goes, so go families and relationships. Come on, you know it. Becomes cyclical. And so we want to break the chains that are generational curses to create a situation of stabilization that produces generational blessings. Last time that we talked, part 4, I gave you more than I even bargained for. I was talking about an article that I read about home renovation. And in that article, I really broke it down better than I can even break it down now. You got to go back and check it out. But in the article spoke about home improvement, and it mentioned 4 areas for home improvement to really make your house a home. And it mentioned that number 1, you got to make space. Essentially, you got to clear the clutter. What you've been holding on to oftentimes is hanging on you. Got to get rid of it. Secondly, it mentioned use mirrors strategically. Beyond just looking at ourselves, we got to look within ourselves. Right? It's easier to break a mirror than it is to fix the reflection. Let me say it again. It's easier to break a mirror than it is to fix the reflection. We can't moonwalk away from the mirror. We have to address the man or the woman to see ourselves clear. Thirdly, outside of make space and use mirrors strategically, thirdly was add lighting. And that is from the fact of, yes, you got to put some lights in your house, but in many cases, sometimes even though the light is on, the light is off. Because here it is, we've allowed other people to dim our light. We've gaslit ourselves. We moved into a place of stinking thinking. And so we have to move into a place of adjusting. Last but not least, what I mentioned yesterday was the kitchen. And then, boy, was I cooking in the kitchen last night. We were cooking. We were cooking with some real ingredients. Not just talking about paprika, not just talking about Lowry's, not just talking about red onion, not just talking about no green onion, not talking about red peppers or green peppers, not talking about, stir fry. In the kitchen, wrist flipping like it's stir fry. No, no, no. I'm talking about what are the essential ingredients to make your house a home? Yeah, the love, the anointing, the joy, the peace, the prayer, the power, the sustainability, the unity, right? Because that is part of what family is all about. We still got some more cooking to do. We still got some more cooking to do. I hope I gave you a plate to take home, a plate to take home to your home. We got more work to do. Let's jump into it because when you think about, matter of fact, if you're ready, type ready. Yeah, if you're ready, type ready. Yesterday was not finality. Yesterday brought a lot of continuity, and we're going to continue in that vein. If you're ready, type ready. Let's go to work. I'm ready to go to work. Been working all day, but let's go to work some more. Had to speak today at this Detroit Pistons event. Even though they may not necessarily have a winning record, we helped a lot of people get some wins. That's right. Community wins. Young people win. Taking it back to their home. That's what it's about. Because here's the thing. A lot of us in our homes, we're stuck in the basement. Yeah. Our mentality is in the basement. Our mind is in the basement. As a result, our situation remains in the basement. And in many cases, when you think about the basement oftentimes is cold. The basement oftentimes is callous. The basement oftentimes is where you just throw stuff down there where you don't even want it to be seen. The basement oftentimes is a place to where you become a recluse. Yeah. You don't shake yourself loose. You become reclusive rather than inclusive. In the basement oftentimes is where, in many cases, to a certain degree, you feel exiled. Everybody's upstairs having a good time. Everybody's upstairs eating together. Everybody's upstairs dancing around with some music. Everybody's upstairs opening gifts. Everybody's upstairs having a seat at the table. And to a certain degree, now you feel cold and isolated. What do you do? Well, in many cases, you feel as if your life is in the basement. You're up in the living room, but you still feel as if your life is in the basement. It's dark. It's cold. It's cloudy. It's clammy. There's no unity. To a certain degree, here's what we have done. We have thrown our issues into a place to where not only do we not want other people to see it, but here's the thing, we don't even want to deal with it. So what is it? So what is it that we'll do? We won't shut the door and pour. We'll shut the door and hide. We'll hide our glow inside. We won't make room. Here's what we'll do. In many cases, we'll hoard the room. We'll in many cases not clear the clutter. We'll create more clutter. Because here it is. We have not taken the time to go down in the basement and rip open the boxes. Go down in the basement and throw away the things that are not needed and necessary. We don't take the time to oftentimes go within our own mind and deal with the abscess of the junk of what it is that we have experienced. What we do is that we just shut the door. No, 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 no. Don't go downstairs. Don't go downstairs. Just stay up here. Little, we're renovating down there. Ain't no renovation going on. There's been no innovation going on. There's been no imagination going on. Yeah. You still have not dealt with what in many cases has not just been baggage, but has been garbage. Because here's the thing. Go down in that basement. It don't smell right. Upstairs and downstairs smell two totally different ways. It's as if you're in two totally different houses. How you feel in your head is different than how you feel in your heart. How, in many cases, you act on the outside is different than how you feel on the inside. You know how to put on the mask. You know how to say I'm blessed and I'm highly favored. But here's the thing, you feel low to the flow. Hmm? Your smile is bright, but inside you don't have the light. Why? Because oftentimes what you have not unpacked has now, in many cases, moved from baggage to garbage. You know what James Baldwin said? I love the great writer James Baldwin. If you have not delved into James Baldwin's work, I encourage you to check out James Baldwin's work. He says this: one, to be black in America is to be, in many cases, almost angry all the time, because to a certain degree, you have righteous indignation. James Baldwin also says this. He talked about the home. He said, perhaps home is not a place, but simply an irrevocable condition. Ooh, let me say that again. James Baldwin, one of the greatest writers, not just of the 20th century, of any century, said that perhaps home is not a place, but home simply is an irrevocable condition. What do I mean by that? Let me make the tactical practical. You got to know today that your condition will not become your conclusion. Somebody just typed that. My condition is not my conclusion. Yeah, your condition, even if it's health condition, is not going to become your condition, your conclusion. Your condition mentally is not going to become your conclusion. Your condition financially is not going to become your conclusion. The condition in your house is not going to become the conclusion of your home. A diagnosis for you will not become a death sentence. A home foreclosure will not leave you homeless. Your condition will not become your conclusion. A divorce will not leave you destitute. Abuse will not become a noose that leaves you, here it is, hanging by a thread. Heard somebody say that the light is what guides you. The light is what guides you home, but the warmth in the home is what keeps you there. Let me say it twice because it's also nice. The light is what guides you home, but the warmth is what keeps you there. And here's the thing, when we talk about is your house a home and how to make your house become your home, how to make it feel like home. Because here's the thing, sometimes you could be a home and still feel like the home is a hotel. Hmm? You at home, but you still feel like home is the Red Roof Inn. I don't even know if that's still open. You at home, but you still feel as if home is the Days Inn, and you want to get as many days out of that home as you possibly can. We know how to get home, but oftentimes our homes feel cold and chaotic. We know how to get there based on GPS. Matter of fact, I don't know if you ever driven home and you had so much on your mind. To a certain degree, it felt like the car drove you. You didn't even drive it. Come on. You were driving on autopilot because you had so much, or you were in many cases you were disdaining. You were oftentimes trying to even refrain from going to the house because you knew when you got there it was going to be toxicity and turmoil. Come on. You you were driving all around. You went to 4 different grocery stores. You mean to tell me one of them didn't have everything that you had, that you needed? Come on. You went to 4 different CVS's, and you were just walking around. You were just really just trying to delay the inevitable because you knew that when you pulled up, trauma in many cases was going to almost push you out. We know how to get home. We know how to get to the house. But in many cases, we don't want to stay there because even though the lights are on, the light of God's love is not there. The lights are on, but in many cases, the light of love is off. And here's the thing. I wish I could do this. I wish I could bring in the late great rapper, Brother Biz Markie, and ask the question, family and friends, how many of us have them? Yeah. Because these days, a friend only seems to be on Facebook. But I'm reminded that there's a friend that sticketh closer than any brother. Here's the thing, that when father and mother forsake you, then the Lord will raise you up. A friend is somebody who's not just going to tell you what you want to hear. A friend is going to tell you what you need to hear. A friend is not going to pull you down. A friend is going to build you up. Real friends, here it is. Real friends feel like family without the title. Yeah, without the last name. That's what a real friend is. You know what a real friend is? A real friend is somebody who feels like family without the last name. Hmm? They said blood is thicker than water, but what happens when blood is thin and the water seems to be thicker than the blood? That's where friends come in, right? Friends are like family without the last name. Real family, real friends who are your brother's keeper. Real family, real friends who are your sister's protector. And here's the thing, a lot of times we have so much disdain, we have so much confusion, we have so much calamity, we have so much conflict in the home, in the family, right? Because here's the thing, we don't have the foundation of our home built on forgiveness. Yeah. What is it? It's a brick that's built on bitterness. You about ready to exile the person simply because of a mistake that was made. You about ready to exile the whole family simply because you all can't get to a place of unity, and the unity has to come from forgiveness. Don't tell me you love me, but you can't forgive me. I can't say I love you and I can't forgive you. Can't tell me you love a God that you haven't seen, but you hate your brother or your sister who you see every day. Can't talk about your vertical relationship with God if your horizontal relationship with your brother and your sister is off. Don't call me family if you treat me like an enemy. Don't call me a friend if you're camouflaged as a frenemy. That's right. An enemy disguised as a friend. What did David say? David said, it wasn't an enemy that did this to me. It was a friend. It was a comrade. It was a close confidant. I could listen. You can handle the disdain of an enemy because here's the thing, an enemy can't betray you. No, no, no. It's only a family member, a friend, somebody who's in close connection with you that can betray you. If we don't have any historicity, you can't betray me. Come on. It's the friend that did it. It's the family member that did it. As we've said, as I continue to say, as you've heard, in many cases, you've even said it, that what goes on in this house stays in this house. And too many times, here it is, too many times we're keeping in what needs to be kept out. Do you hear me? What goes on in this house shouldn't stay in this house. If it's toxic, if it triggers, if it's traumatic, do you hear what I'm saying? Yeah. What goes on in this house shouldn't stay in this house. If it's toxic, if it's triggering, if it's traumatic, too many times we're keeping in what needs to be put out. Yeah. Could it possibly be that people really feel a certain way about you wearing your house, you wearing your shoes in their house, simply because they know you're bringing into the house what shouldn't be in the house? Too many times we're bringing dirt, we're bringing decay, we're bringing negativity from one particular place to the other. We got to put out the bitterness. We got to put out the negativity, right? We got to keep out what should not be brought in. We got to get to the place. Listen, no longer can abuse stay in this house. No longer can trauma live unaddressed in our house. No longer can animosity and enmity stay in the house. No longer can the issues of the past stay in this house because here it is, it messes up the foundation of our future. God is calling us out of bitterness into forgiveness. Why and how? It only happens when we become better through togetherness, simply because our houses will not become better until we become better. Here it is. The home is an irrevocable condition. And here's the condition deals with our personal connection. Our condition deals with the relational connection, the emotional connection, the spiritual connection, our transformative connection or lack thereof. The home is just a reflection, here it is, of our condition. The mental condition, the traumatic condition. And as a result of it, here it is, as a result of a condition that has not been remedied, the condition puts us in a place of division. Division stops us from a place of unification. What is division? Division is a divided vision. You want to do this over here. I want to do this over here. We can't come together. We can't have a meeting of the minds. And as a result, here it is, our house now becomes for sale. Yeah, because our house becomes for sale because we now have a price on our life to where we'll betray anybody to get to where it is that we are simply because we're void of love, void of the interpersonal connection, void of communication, void of transformation. And what you got to do, you got to say, listen, no. I'm telling the enemy, I'm telling enmity, I'm telling conflict, I'm telling trauma that my house is not for sale. Been bought with a price. My children are not for sale. My marriage is not for sale. My dream is not for sale. My heart is not for sale. My faith is not going to be foreclosed. I refuse to have a short sale on my house, on my home. Why? Because I refuse to sell myself short. Not going to have a short sale because I refuse to sell myself short. Hmm? Too many times, here's what we do. We got on our house a for sale sign because here it is. Trauma made us bankrupt. Issues of the past made us bankrupt. Divorce made us bankrupt. I'm taking off the for sale sign and I'm putting it up, not for sale. Matter of fact, if anything, it's bought and paid for. Why? Because if it's God's will, it's his bill. I refuse to sell myself short. I refuse to revoke my God given privilege and my birthright. Money didn't buy me. God did. Somebody just type God did. Just type God did. A Benz didn't buy me. A big mansion didn't buy me. It was the blood that bought me. It was the blood that brought me. And here's what I refuse to do. I refuse. You got to say listen, you got to get to the place where you say, I refuse to mortgage my marriage. I refuse to refinance my relationship. I refuse to refinance my revelation of who it is that I am. I refuse to foreclose on my family and my friends. I refuse to divorce my destiny. I refuse to lose. I refuse to lose and let doubt make me go in debt. Did you hear what I said? You got to get to the place where you say, listen, I refuse to short sell on my salvation. I refuse to shortchange my success. And here it is. Success is not in just money. Success is not in just dollars and cents. It's in your determination and your common sense. Is how you healed. Is that not success? Is how you fulfilled. Is that not success? Is how you revealed. Is that not success? Is how you identified your identity. Is that not success? Is how you raised. Come on, children that are good citizens in their community. Is that not success? It's how you went to counseling and you didn't stay the way that you are. Come on. Refuse to shortchange your success. Refuse to allow people to define what success looks like for you. Hello, somebody. Gotta say, my mind is not for sale. My heart is not for sale. My dream and my drive is not for sale. This house is not for sale. hmm I know you looking at it, but here's the only thing that you can do. You just a window shopper. Yeah, because it's gonna cost more than 50 cents for you to have this house. You a window shopper. Yeah, this house ain't for sale. You don't have the money to purchase my value. You don't have the money to purchase my identity. You don't have the money to purchase my children. You don't have the money to purchase my marriage. You don't have the money to purchase my relationship. It's priceless. House is not for sale. And here it is. God can give you a new house in the same old house. Yeah, he can renovate and innovate and recreate what's been so familiar to you for years. Yeah, he can give you a new heart and keep the same one that you still got beating. He can give you, here it is, a heart transplant without even a surgical procedure. Yeah, a new heart. Why? Because generally what we want what's in God's hand. But here it is. I wonder, do we want what's in his heart? Do we want to know his heart? Yeah, because here's the thing. When I have his heart, everything that's in his hand is already mine. Come on. You know, when you're connected to certain people that, listen, they say to you, don't even worry about it. I got you. Why? Because since you're connected to me, you benefit from what I benefit from. Why? Because I see you as beneficial and you view me in that same way. You see me as needed and not you just being needy. When we only go for God's hand, we're needy. But when we go for his heart, we're needed. And here it is. It's hard to withhold a blessing and a benefit from somebody who has your heart. Come on. Let a little girl ask her father, Daddy, can you buy me this? Can you buy me that? Can you take me here? Can you buy me these these little baby doll shoes? Can you buy me this little dress? Come on. She knows she has her daddy's heart. And guess what? She can't wait till daddy's home. Why? Because she know how to play on daddy's heart because she know her daddy love her so much. And because he loves her so much, And because she has his heart, whatever's in his hand, I hope you're getting it tonight, is already hers. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Somebody just type, I'm in God's hand. I don't want, I don't just want what's in God's hand. I want to be in his hands, right? Because when I'm in his hands, he adjusts my heart. He gives me a heart of love. He gives me a heart of joy. He gives me a heart of justice. He gives me a heart of peace. He gives me a heart that allows me to depart from that which is narcissistic, from that which gaslights, from that which is traumatic, from that which reminds me of my past and keeps me in a prison, but does withhold me from my future. What did David say? Creating me, here it is, a clean heart. Yeah. When my heart is right, my mind is right. When my heart is right, my spirit is right. When my heart is right, my house becomes a home. Ain't that right? Yeah. You got to declare and decree over your house that, listen, my house is not going to be a place of pity. My house is going to be a place of peace. My house is not going to be a place of pity. My house is going to be a place of praise and peace and worship. My house is not going to be a house of worry. My house is going to be a house of worship. My house is not going to be a house of depression. My house is going to be a house to where I say I pressed on with determination. My house is not going to be a house of trauma. My house is going to be one of transformation. My house is not going to be one of abuse. My house is going to be one to where I am being of use. My house is not going to be one, yeah, that's negated. My house is going to be one that's positioned. My house is not going to be one that's in debt and in doubt. My house is going to be one that moves into a place of overflow and has financial favor. Come on, somebody just type favor. Come on, type favor. Favor is hitting your house. Favor is canceling out fear. Yeah, it's not a house of fear. It's a house of faith. It's not a house of rejection. Here it is. It's a house of redirection. What does scripture say? My house shall be called a house of prayer, but it ain't going to be a den of thieves. Victory is going to be in my house. Victory is going to be in your house. Opportunity is going to be in your house. Overflow is going to be in your house. Vision is going to be in your house. Direction is going to be in your house. Preservation is going to be in your house. Right? Because despite what happens, despite what takes place, despite the storm and the rain, the sickness, the trial and the pain, despite the floods and the winds, here's what happens. When your house is built on a rock, it can stand. When your house is built on sand, it can't stand. When your house is built on the wood, it's not going to be able to stand. When your house is built out of sticks rather than stone, hmm, confusion and calamity will overthrow it. Come on. The house of your heart has got to be able to stand. Cancer tried to beat you, but you're still standing. Depression tried to defeat you, but you're still standing. Sickness tried to beat you, but you're still standing. Heartbreak tried to take you out, but you're still standing. Poverty tried to destroy you, but you're still standing. Floods and frenemies and fickle folk. Yeah, fickle folk. Just like the weather. Happy on Monday, sad on Tuesday. Sunny on Monday, rainy on Tuesday. Come on. Windstorm on Wednesday. Thunder on Thursday. Friction on Friday. Fickle folk. But here's what you got to do. You got to be able to stand the storm. Yeah, you got to be able to withstand the storm. Got to be like an eagle. Where my eagles at? Come on, where my eagles? Drop some emoji eagles in the chat. Why? Because here's the thing. You can win when you spread your wings, when you withstand the storms of life. You got to understand this like an eagle, more than any other bird. An eagle's wings are built to withstand the storms. Come on. You know how an eagle's built to withstand the storms? Why? The eagle's built to withstand the storm, not simply because of what's on the outside of it, but because of how it's built from within. You don't win from without. You always win from within. The reason you're going to have your next victory, here it is not because of what's taking place outside of your home. It's because of what's taking place within your home. The next win that you have is going to come from within your heart. It's going to come from within your hands. It's going to come from within your head. It's going to come from within your home. Yeah, your mind, your soul, your spirit is going to win it. You need to be in a place, you need to be in an environment that here it is, shows you how to withstand the storms of life, shows you how to win from within. And here it is, you don't win from within without strategy. You don't win from within without structure, without solutions. You don't win from within without systems. You know what systems are? Systems save you time, energy, money. That's what a system is. System moves you into a place of transformation. System gives you revelation. System gives you more than just information. It gives you implementation. There's something that's calling you to greater. But here it is. You won't grow in a greater unless you maximize your mindset. You won't grow in a greater unless you sharpen your skill set. You won't grow in a greater unless you build your tool set. Yeah, the call is out. It's calling you to grow in a greater. Here's what you got to do. You got to answer the call. Answer the call, y'all, simply by going to the eaglesacademy.com. Yeah, greatness is calling you. Love is calling you. Opportunity is calling you. Next level thinking is calling you. Answer the call. Go to the eaglesacademy.com. Tap the join now button. As you tap the join now button, it's going to take you to a form. Fill out the form. Be transformed. Somebody like, comment, share, subscribe. Come on, come on. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. Come on, share this. Share this with somebody. Share this with somebody. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I only withstand the storm when here it is. I have the foundation. When I have a foundation that's built on the rock. When I have a foundation that has unity. When I have a foundation that has identity. When I have a foundation that has community. Then here it is. I don't build out of the sand. I don't build out of straw. I don't build out of wood. I build out of the rock. Got to build your house for your hopes and your dreams. You got to build your house and say, listen, I'm not for sale. I've been bought with a price. Money can't buy me. Money can't bribe me. I am priceless. Somebody just type, I'm not for sale. Come on, just type, I'm not for sale. My dream is not for sale. My drive is not for sale. My determination is not for sale. My life is not for sale. My family, sure enough, is not for sale. My friends are not for sale. Clothes didn't do it. Dinner didn't make it. A car didn't drive it. It was the blood that did it. And as a result of it, this is what you got to do. You got to take yourself off the clearance rack. Since you see yourself as priceless, and since you ought to see yourself as priceless, why are you allowing life, people, and society to put a price on you? Why are you allowing brokenness to put a bounty on your head? Come on. Take yourself off the clearance rack. Stop discounting yourself. You know how you discount yourself? You discount yourself when you always talk about what won't work, when you always talk about what may happen, when you always focus on possibilities and not opportunities. Stop discounting yourself based on the past. And here it is. Start raising and appraising your value. Do you know how the property value of a house goes down? The property value of a house goes down is based on the community where the house is housed. Yeah, the property value of a house goes down even if it's in a beautiful community and not in blight. The property value of a house goes down based upon the other houses that are around it, how they keep up their property. For some of us, here it is. The reason we feel as if our value has gone down is because we're associated with people who devalue themselves. And as a result of people who devalue themselves, this is what they do. They now begin to devalue us. Because they don't see any value in them, why would they ever see any value in us? If you hang around 9 broke folk, I guarantee you'll be the 10th one. It doesn't matter how great your house is. Doesn't matter the value of your own property. If you are in alignment with other people whose property is not in a place of quality, it's going to cloud your identity. Do you hear what I'm telling you? If the property of your heart is surrounded by other people who don't value themselves and see themselves as quality, it's going to cloud your identity. Hang around people with no goals. I guarantee you're going to start losing your goals. Hang around people with no dreams. I guarantee you, dreams are going to become nightmares for you. Why? Because here it is. You have association based on assimilation. Assimilation is based on association. Got to focus on who I associate with. I got to get away from people who are snipers for my success. I got to get away from people who want to kill my clarity. I got to get away from people who only bring drama when you start dreaming. You got to get away from people who want to put you in a pit and make you feel pitiful when they know you're like Joseph and you're powerful. You got to declare and decree over your life that there's joy that's going to be in my house. You got to declare and decree over your life. Peace is in my house. Power is in my house. Love is in your house. Come on, you got to tap yourself and say it's in my house. Not just the roof over your head. I'm talking about the heart within your mind, the heart within your soul, rather. I'm talking about the thoughts within your mind. Come on, it's in my house. Inventions are in my house. Imagination is in this house. Joy and peace and promise and grace and favor and love and greatness and growth and well-being and vitality and generational provision and generational blessings live within this house. Why? Because I'm getting ready to win from within. Yeah, getting ready to win from within. Why? Because it's your time to rise. It's your time to march forth. It's your time to march forward. It's your time to dream to rise. It's your time to rise with the power that you got. It's your time to rise with authority. It's your time to rise with love. It's your time to rise and walk in dominion. Listen, let them talk about you. Still rise above it. Let them tell you what you can't do. Rise above it. Why? Because that saint and sister soldier by the name of Maya Angelou said this: you may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I rise. Come on, come on. So somebody just type rise. Somebody just type rise. Come on, rise. Yeah. Yeah, you when you approach it, you got to move out of the place of fear into faith. Fear is face everything and run, or face everything and rise. You can't fight what you refuse to face. Come on, you can't heal from what you won't deal with in the home, in the house. You can't just throw it in the basement. Oh, bring it upstairs. Let's deal with it. Hmm? Can't address what you refuse to confess. You can't heal from what you won't deal with. And for your house to be healed, this house has to be healed first. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. For the property value of your home to rise, what are you doing to prioritize your person and the value within your person? What are you doing to prioritize you with the self care, with the counseling, with the therapy, with the self awareness, with the emotional intelligence, with the relational intelligence, with the transformation, with the spiritual intelligence? You can't just throw it in the basement. You can't just throw your baggage in the basement and shut the door. Hmm? Yeah, you got to open that door. You got to deal with the baggage that has oftentimes become garbage. You got to deal with all the things that were fragile. Do not drop label on your life, but in many cases it was dropped. You were dropped. How will you get back up again? How will you rise and not disguise your true identity? Listen, I know they hurt you, but here's what hurt did. Hurt gave you a testimony. Hurt allowed you to pour into other people. Hurt allowed you to move into a place to where you heal, because if you just remain hurt, now you'll bleed on people who didn't even cut you. Come on. Stop becoming a liability to yourself when you were created to be an asset. I know they buried you. What I love about it, what Maya Angelou said, they may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust I rise. Here's the thing. They buried you in the dirt, but they didn't realize you were a seed. Why? Because the dirt had all the ingredients. The dirt had all the resources. The dirt had all the minerals. The dirt seemingly made you look dirty to other people, made you seem like you were unwanted. Being in the basement caused you to have a place of clarity. Being in the basement of your life caused you to think a little bit differently. Why? Because you had to get away from all of the things that were going on upstairs. A lot of trauma, a lot of triggers, a lot of negativity, a lot of conversation, hmm, that was going on, that in many cases you had to get away so you could heal the right way. Yeah. You had to get away so that you could heal the right way. They counted you out, but here's the thing, they miscounted. Yeah. Same folk who were trying to talk about you were the main ones who needed a mint. Yeah. Simply because they were spewing all types of gaseous negativity through your life. You got to bounce back from the setback. Here's what you got to do. You got to get to the place to say, I'm changing my address. Come on, somebody just type this. Change your address. Yeah. Come on, type, change your address. When we talk about a house, we got to deal with the real state of our real estate. Change your address. Mental address, emotional address, spiritual address, relational, transformational address. I got to change my address. And I can't change my address. Here it is until I address the mess. Mm-mm-mm. I know we want to. Here's what Dr. Cornell West says. He says we oftentimes perfume our pain. We deodorize the funk of our issues. We put lipstick on a pig. We try to put our pearls on swine, and all we do is whine. Simply because here's what we got to do. We have to address the mess. House is going to smell a little bit better if you throw out, I didn't say pour out, throw out the spoiled milk. House is going to be a little bit better if you throw out the trauma. House is going to be a little bit better if you address the mess that keeps you compressed. Here's what you got to do. You got to let folks know where you saw me, where you met me is not where I'm going to remain. You got to let people know this. Here it is. I'm not where you left me. Last time you saw me, I was in a trial. Last time you saw me, I was in a particular situation. Last time you saw me, I was operating out of trauma and triggers and trials. Last time you saw me, I was in a mess. This time you see me, I'm getting ready to be blessed. I'm not where you left me. I'm not in that divorce where you left me. I'm not in that toxic relationship where you left me. Come on, somebody just write that out. Somebody just type that out. I'm not where you left me. I'm not in that hospital where you left me. I'm not in the last place where you saw me. Yeah, I'm not where you left me. I have a change of address. I no longer live at the house called fear. I have a change of address. I had to be at my best. And for me to be at my best, I had to change my address. I no longer live at the boulevard of brokenness. I'm not there no more. I came by to see you the other day. I moved. I moved out of misery. I have a change of address. I no longer live, here it is, on Stress Street. I have a change of address. I no longer make U-turns of uncertainty. I have a change of address. Somebody just type, my address just changed. Somebody just type, my address changed. I no longer live at the intersection of trauma and triggers. My address changed. Come on, I have a change of address. I no longer live on the block of blight. I have an address change. I changed my address. I no longer live on Depression Drive. I drove away. I moved out of misery. The rent was too high, and I'm not in my it's not in my emotional budget anymore. Yeah, the rent is too high. It's not in my emotional budget anymore. I can't afford to stress. I can't afford. Somebody talk to me tonight. I can't afford to go back and forth arguing with you anymore. I can't afford to talk myself out of what God wants me to step into. Yeah, I can't afford to go back and forth with people who never understand the grace and the anointing on my life. I can't afford to stress over it anymore. I can't afford to be haunted by it anymore. I can't afford to be triggered by it anymore. I can't afford to be gaslit. Yeah. I can't afford to deal with a narcissist anymore. What does the song say? A wonderful change has come over me. I looked at my hands look new. I looked at my feet did too. I looked at my home, it's new. I got a new address. Come on, somebody just type new address. You know when I got a new address? I got a new address when I addressed the things that produce stress. I got a new address when I addressed mess. I got a new address when I addressed all of the things that I tried to throw in the basement. I got a new address when I decided to take myself into a place of self care. I got a new address. Here it is when I decided to isolate in order to elevate. I got a new address when I put some social distance from people who I thought loved me and didn't even like me. I got a new address when I began to pour into my dreams, when I began to pour into my life, when I began to pour into my soul, when I stopped pouring into people who had holes in their cup. I got a new address. And guess where my new address is at? Can I give you my address tonight? Yeah, I want you to pull up. Yeah, I want you to pull up. I'm getting ready to make dinner for you. I want you to come to my humble abode. My new home. Here's my address to my new home. It's on Hope Road. Yeah, I moved on Love Lane. Guess where I'm at now? I'm on Bless Boulevard. Here's where I'm at. I got a new address. I'm at the intersection of purpose and inspiration. You'll find my address. I'm at Destiny's door. Yeah, since you don't believe me, let me give you the directions to my divine connection. Let me give you a guide to my God-given greatness and happiness. I'm happy in a haven of hope and healing. Here it is. Let me give you my address. Just make a right on respect. Hmm. Take a left on leadership. Make a right on respect. Take a left on leadership. Go down about 5 blocks of favor, and you'll see me smiling. Yeah, you'll see me on Smile Street. When you see me, pull up because I'll be waving my worries away. Come on. I'm lovingly located between Joy and Healing Highway. Come on, come here. Come here to my new address because I've addressed some things. Can't address what you won't confess. I'm close. You can't find me? Let me tell you where I'm at. I'm close to Freedom Freeway. We on a freeway of love. Pull up. Yeah, pull up. Pull up purposefully to here's my address. 555 Favor Drive. That's where it is. That's where I'm at. Come on, somebody just type it. 555 Favor Drive. That's where I'm at. Yeah, I'm on Smile Street. Make a right on respect. Yeah, make a left on leadership. Leadership lane. I'm right off the highway of favor. Pull up purposefully to 555 Favor Drive. Put that in your Google Maps. When you get there, to 555 Favor Drive, this is what I want you to do. I want you to walk by faith and ring the benevolent bell. I want you to ring the benevolent bell to here it is. Ring it to my door of destiny. Ring the door of deliverance. Ring the door of opportunity. Why? Because I have a new address. I don't know who I'm talking to tonight. Come on, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, you don't stop. all the way to YouTube. Come on. Come on. If you got a new address, come on, like, comment, share, subscribe. Come on. Yes, I got a new address. Whoever I'm talking to, this is what I want you to do. I want you to lift your emoji hands. Yeah, I want you to put some emoji hands in chat. That's right. Lift your emoji hands. Put them in the chat. Yeah, these ones. You know that emoji. Come on, lift your emoji hands. Why? Because you lifting your emoji hands is a symbol and it's a sign that I got victory. It's a sign that here it is, my home is going up. Here it is, my finances are going up. Not to be a consumer, but to be a creator. Not to be a purchaser, but to be a producer. My mindset is going to another level. My skill set is going to another level. My tool set is going to another level. I'm lifting my hands as high as I see myself going. Here it is. My children going to have the victory because my hands are raised. I'm going to have the victory because my hands are raised. You're lifting your emoji hands. Why? Simply because there's a miracle coming to your hands. There's a miracle coming to your head. There's a miracle coming to your heart. There's a miracle coming to your house to make it a home. I want to speak over somebody's life tonight. Yeah, your house is going to become a home. So much so, hear me, you will not foreclose on your future. You will not have to auction off your anointing. Yeah. You will not have to short sell on your dream. Your empowerment will not be evicted. Here's what you will do. You won't be evicted. You're going to be vindicated. You will be vindicated from every word that was spoken against you. You will be vindicated from every lie they told on you. You will be vindicated from every naysayer and every hater. And you're going to use it as an escalator and an elevator. You're going to be the lender and not the borrower. Here's what you're doing. You're just like that widow woman in 2 Kings chapter 4. You're moving from owing to owning. Somebody ought to be shouting. Somebody ought to be celebrating. Somebody ought to be dancing. Yeah. You're moving from owing to owning. You're moving from, here it is, you're moving from crying to rejoicing. You're moving from defaulting to developing. Yeah. You're moving, here it is. You're not going to have to even refinance your home. You're moving from refinancing to restoring. You're moving, you're going to like this one, from liquidating to land owning. So much so that here it is, I speak over your life that you will not live impulsively, you will live intentionally. Speak over every emoji hand. I hope you understand. Yeah, that every generational curse is broken and becomes a generational blessing. Come on, yeah. As you watch me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Come on, YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Yeah, you ought to be putting your emoji hands up. Why? Because you're going as high as you see yourself going. You're going as high as your hands are stretched. Speak over every one of your lives on this live that every place of identity theft, hear me, where people robbed you of your purpose, is broken in Jesus' name. Here's what you got to do. You got to speak over your life that every place of identity crisis will not cripple you. You got to declare and decree that you're going to have clarity in your identity. You got to speak generational blessings over your life. You continue to affirm and rehearse generational curses. What you got to do is you got to speak generational blessings. You got to declare and decree that your ideas will become income. You got to declare and decree that your contacts will become contracts. You got to speak over your life. You got to speak over your marriage. You got to speak over your mentality. You got to speak over your children. You got to speak over your money. You got to speak over your health. You got to speak over your family. You got to speak over your finances. You got to speak over your business. You got to speak over your community. You got to speak over your church. You got to speak over your pocketbook. You got to speak over your bank account. You got to speak that whatever you put your hands to is going to prosper. Yeah, you're not an imposter. You're getting ready to prosper. And as you prosper, here's what will happen. Your home is going to prosper. You're going to walk in your purpose. You're going to be all that God has created, has orchestrated, has designed, has designated for you to be. I'm talking to that person to where your home, the home of your heart has needed to be resuscitated. The home of your mindset has needed to be reinvigorated. I come to let you know that, listen, you're going to live again. You're going to heal again. You're going to laugh again. You're going to love again. You're going to learn again. You're going to launch again. You're going to level up again. You're going to win again. Why? Because your house is going to become a home again. Somebody I'm talking to, here it is. Not only is your house going to become a home again, for somebody who I'm talking to, your house is going to become a home for the first time. Your house, here it is going to finally become the home that you've always longed for. As you clear the clutter, as you use mirrors strategically, as you add the light within and shine again, as you begin to cook with the right ingredients, as you understand that here it is, just because your home has been in a certain condition doesn't mean it will be the final conclusion. It doesn't mean that it's going to be the lot of your life. Doesn't mean that that's going to be your destination. But here it is. Revelation changes situations. You got to move with haste, with grace, at your pace, without hesitation, and allow love to provide a great place of implementation. Come on, somebody just type home. Come on, home is where the heart is. For many of us, home has been where the hate is. Yeah. But no. Now, home is really going to be where the heart is. It's not going to be where the hate is. It's not going to be where the trauma is. It's not going to be where the trial is. It's not going to be where the trigger is. Home is really going to be where the heart is. Here it is. When you enjoy your home, you're not going to be clamoring to be outside with it. Because here it is. When the heart of your home and your home are aligned, here's what will happen. Staying in will be the new going out. Did you hear what I just said? I ain't got to be outside with it. Why? Because I've been inside with it. I've been inside with my home. I've been inside with my dreams. I've been inside with my hope. I've been inside to shut the door and pour. And so staying in will feel like I'm going out. Why? Because everything that didn't deserve to be in my home, I pushed it out. I pushed out the fear. I pushed out the mother wounds. I pushed out the father wounds. I pushed out all the reasons why they didn't want me. I pushed out all the reasons why I felt I wasn't good enough. I pushed out all the reasons that caused me to be mentally sick because now I found a way to celebrate me. And home really is going to be where the heart is because I allowed God to shift, to heal my heart. Can we throw that book up there, Heal Your Heart? Yeah. The heart of your home, the heart of your mind, your soul, your spirit. Go get it. Heal your heart. Because when you heal the heart of your home, your actual home will be healed too. Nothing gets better on the outside until it first gets better on the inside. Want your home to be better? Make this home better. Because this is always your home, even when you're not at home. Listen, the question was, you can take the book down. Thank you. Question was, is your heart a home? And here's what the resounding answer has to be tonight. It has to be an emphatic yes. Somebody just type yes. It's got to be an emphatic yes. And here's when it becomes yes. It becomes yes when you put in the work to address your home address. Yeah. It becomes yes when you roll up your sleeves. When here it is, you do some deep cleaning. When you throw away what doesn't belong. When you evict, here it is, who doesn't belong. Uh-oh. Yeah. I got to throw away what doesn't belong. I got to evict who doesn't belong. I got to shift my mind so that I can shift my situation. Here it is. The shift happens with strategies. There's at least 6 of you who I'm talking to tonight. Who now need to realize and understand that I've got to pour if I expect more. Got to pour into my heart, got to pour into my home, got to pour into my children, got to pour into my business, got to pour into my family, got to pour into my future, got to pour into the spouse in your house. And it only happens through strategies, structure, systems that produce solutions. It's time for you to soar into the eagle's nest. Come on, where are my eagles? Just drop some eagle emojis in the chat. It's time for you to soar into more. With here it is, other people who desire more, not for themselves, but they desire more for you too. Yeah. I want to be around people who don't just desire more for themselves, but they desire more for me too. Why? Because a win for you is a win for them too. Come on now. You know you got them. You know them people who make more withdrawals than deposits. As a result, you remain bankrupt and everything they withdrew, they deposited into themselves and they didn't deposit nothing back into you. I want people in my life who don't just want more for themselves, but they want more for me too. Because a win for me is a win for them too. Come on. It's time to create a longer table and not just a taller fence. I want you to pull up a seat to the table of truth, table of transformation. Go right now to the eaglesacademy.com. Yeah, the next six of you, I want you to go right now, the eaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button. I want you to fill out the form. I want you to be transformed. You are transformed by the renewing of your mind. And hear me, if you sharpen your mindset, you'll be able to sharpen your skill set. If you sharpen your skill set, you'll be able to build your tool set. When you have all the tools, you'll be able to be an asset in any environment. Let me show you how to do that. I know this spoke to your heart. I know this spoke to your mind. I know this spoke to your soul. I know this spoke to your spirit. I know this spoke to your home. Come on home to the Eagles Academy and let me sharpen you with other people, with other Eagles who are accountability partners. Listen, you don't just soar as high as your dream, you soar as high as your team. Hesitation will keep you in the same situation. Come on, move now, become a member. TheEaglesAcademy.com. What I love about the Academy is that it's thriving, it's not just surviving. It has a grace for growth on it. And that same spirit, that same grace for growth is going to jump on your dream. It's going to jump on your vision. And as a result, accelerate it into a place of provision. TheEaglesAcademy.com. Tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. Come on, get the innovative skills, get the solutions, get the transformation, because you know there's something that's calling you to greatness. More is calling you, and you're in store for greater. I want you to also go to theeaglesacademy.com/store. Yes, theeaglesacademy.com/store is where I have a number of different resources for you. About 14 different resources that are there. Everything from a free ebook, such as More in 2024, to the art of communication. Yeah, because communication is not about just presentation. Communication is about connection. You know what mentorship does? Mentorship takes what you had to learn in decades and it gives it to you in just a matter of days. Mentorship boils down decades to days. Today is your opportunity for you to move into a place of high caliber, high next level thinking mentoring. Go ahead and get the bestseller book blueprint. Those of you who want to write a book, know you need to write a book, know that your story is needed and necessary. I was selling books today. Guy who I signed a book for told me, he said, man, I really, really see the importance of writing a book. He's an author himself. He said, your story produces greater clarity because your story always outlives you. Create something that lives beyond just you and empowers people to make it do what it do. Those of you who need to write a book, listen, you want to write a book, you've been procrastinating on writing the book, this is the time. How many more months will you allow to go by? How many more years will you allow to go by? Listen, the difference between try and triumph is that little oomph. Did you hear what I just said? The difference between try and triumph is that little oomph. Gotta stick to it. Got to be dedicated to it. Let me show you how to bring your vision to fruition. I've written 16 books. I think I know a thing or two about a thing or two. Matter of fact, a thing of 16. How have I been able to write books that whenever I drop it, it becomes a bestseller immediately? It goes number one immediately. Strategy. Let me give you the blueprint so that you can just plug and play what I do and make it yours. I'm giving you the template to make it work. Go right now. accessidentity.org/author. You can also get it at theeaglesacademy.com/store. The bestseller book blueprint, how to take your manuscript to the marketplace, how to become an authority as an author. Those of you who are already authors, how to increase your book sales, how to get your books into the hands of the people who are looking for you, but they can't seem to find you. Showing you how to make yourself findable. Not only just that, after you write a book, people are going to want you to talk about it. You got to be able to know how to express yourself, articulate your message, do it with clarity. Go right now, accessidentity.org/speaker. Why? Because you need to get the successful speaker strategies. Strategies. It's time to grow your greatness. Words are a paintbrush. What picture are you painting when you're speaking? When you're talking, are you even connecting? A lot of us are just not just talking. We're talking and we're not saying nothing because it's not connecting when we're communicating. Whatever you're building, I'm telling you, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me help you get clarity on your message. Let me help you get clarity when you're communicating in the matter of your boardroom, communicating in the classroom, communicating over the pulpit, communicating in the Zoom room, communicating on a live, communicating in your relationship to keep it alive. Come on. You can get it right now. theeaglesacademy.com/store, successful speaker strategies, or you can get it as well. accessidentity.org/author. I'm giving you the strategies to grow your greatness. Time out for you just being average. Time out for you just sounding average. Time out for you just speaking average. Time out for you just writing average. Time out for you just living an average lifestyle. Come on. To grow to greater, you got to have a desire to be better. I asked people today, I was at the Pistons facility, Little Caesars Arena, and I was asking the attendees there by show of hands, how many of us want to be great? Everybody's hand went up. And I told them this, I can tell how great you want to be by looking at your work ethic. Because here's the thing, a lot of us talk about how great we want to be, but we don't want to be great consistently. We only want to be great when we feel like it. Well, I feel like being great today because it's Friday, but you don't feel like being great on Saturday. You're going to either be obsessed or you're going to be average. Greatness is not a feeling. Greatness is a doing. And it separates the boys from the men. It separates the girls from the women. It separates the kings from those who just call themselves kings. It separates from the queens from those who just call themselves queens. They want the title, but they don't want to do what it takes to function. And here it is. You don't function if you don't grow your greatness. It don't get no clearer than that. And you got to look in the mirror to see if it's going to become clear. But we got a lot of smoke and mirrors. The smoke is the likes. The smoke is the clout. The smoke is the followers. The smoke is the clothes. The smoke is the makeup. The smoke is the suit. The smoke is the dress. Because we want to impress. Oh, it's quiet in here now. But if you're going to make an impact, it's about your input. Little input, little output. Go ahead. The e-store. The e-store is going to give you more than you can bargain for. Grow your greatness. TheEaglesAcademy.com/store. Bestseller book blueprint. Successful speaker strategies. And of course, I got to mention TheEaglesAcademy.com. Tap the join now button. Fill out the form. Be transformed. Join our Eagles Academy community. Did anybody get anything from this tonight? Come on. Did I speak to somebody tonight? Come on, just type me. Type me. Type me if I located you tonight. Type me if your house is becoming a home. Type me if you're seizing the opportunity. Type me if you know your family is going up, your finances are going up, your children are going up, your marriage is going up, your community is going up, your church is going up, you going up to a greater level. Is your house a home? Had no clue how we were going to make it do what it do. Taking it one step at a time, day by day. Didn't know how many parts we were going to do. I don't even know if it's over. What I do know is that I'm out of time, but I'm not out of truth. Yeah, show is out of time. But for show is we're not out of truth. Check out the series. Share the series with somebody. If you're serious about your growth, go check it out again. If you're serious about somebody else's growth, share the series with somebody else. As that great rapper said, there's no way I can pay you back, but my plan is to show you that I understand. You are appreciated. I hope me showing up day after day after day, Monday through Friday, lets you know that you are valued and you are appreciated. And as a sincere salute to you, I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I want to thank you for rolling with me each and every single day, Monday through Friday. 4 in the mix at 6. Broadcasting on the digital airwaves of Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop. All the way over to the YouTube side. Because we will not just survive, we will thrive. Head over to the YouTube side if you're not there. YouTube.com/EddieConnor. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel. Come on. Y'all can like more. Y'all can share more. I need you to subscribe even more. Hit the notification bell as well. And of course, connect with me on social media at EddieConnorJr. Come on, put some respect on my name. EddieConnorJr. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, reach out to me. If you'd like me to come and speak at your event, reach out to me as well. I love to make it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters, yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother from another mother. Family has been fun, but you know, a brother Gotta run. It's been a privilege. It's been a pleasure. It's been a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure. But I need you to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, and brighter. Peace and love. Keep soaring higher.
Hey, it's yours truly, Dr. Eddie. Listen, don't you want to level up in your life? Don't you want to actually dominate this year? You need strategy, you need structure, you need solutions. If you're going to level up in your relationships, you're going to identify your brand identity. If you're going to identify your identity, this is your year to become more. This is your year to do more. I'm telling you, this is the time to grow your greatness. You need to be in a secure environment, in a community that really cares about your growth, that wants to enhance it, wants to push you in a place of not just information, but transformation for your application. I'm telling you, you don't just go as far as your dream, you go as far as your team. Join our team. Become a part of the Eagles Academy. Go right now. The EaglesAcademy.com. When you get there, you have to join our button and become a member of this amazing academy with so many amazing people, locally and globally, who understand that their network determines their net worth. They want to soar into success and purpose. I can't wait to see your face, not just your space. Go right now. The EaglesAcademy.com. Yeah.